Sup guys, it's Glitch Doctor. Today we're interviewing with SuperSayainPikmin.
Hi guys.
Okay, so first of all, when did you start liking video games?
When I first started liking video games, you see, my dad had an old NES. Like before he was married, he had like a bachelor party, and his friend brought in an NES back in '85 or '86. So he had an NES, and when I was born, I started playing that. And then we didn't get a new video game console until the Nintendo 64, when me and my brother and sister wanted it.
Uh-huh.
And I was a huge fan of the NES, and I was like, man, this is so much fun. We had Balloon Fight, the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt Combo Kart, Castlevania 1, and a few others, which aren't that memorable, but that's how I started video games.
Yeah, because there's like so many obscure NES games every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you say? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot right now, but what would you say was your most favorite game?
My favorite game ever made?
Well, yeah.
Okay. My favorite game series has to be SimCity, but my favorite game ever has to be The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
I could spend all day like talking why that game is so amazing, but just give you a brief history. It's nice to see like a new land to explore in 3D. It's nice how great the graphics and sound are, and it's amazing when it comes to side quests.
Yeah. But some people say like the game's just kind of scary. I don't know. That's just what some people's opinions are, because like the whole happy salesman mask guy.
And everything started getting scary when Ben came up in 2010.
Oh God, don't even get me started on Ben.
Okay, and then next question.
I'm
I
probably
guess.
gonna have that in the. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Hmm. Off the top of your head, how many systems do you think you have right now? Or what would you say?
Do add-ons count?
Just like regular systems.
Okay, so add-ons don't count. I think around 5. I think. Mind if I just count real fast?
Sure.
All right, I have my dad's old NES, the N64, the GameCube, the PS2, the Wii, and the 360. So 6 systems.
Okay. Cool. Now, if which would you say is your most favorite game company?
Definitely Nintendo. I mean, like I said, I grew up with the NES, and then we had the Nintendo 64 when that came out.
Yeah.
And then when the 6th generation with the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2, I got a GameCube, and my brother had a PlayStation 2, which didn't really matter because we always shared it.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, even though we shared it, I seem to have always played the GameCube because there was a game on it called Nickelodeon, like some Nickelodeon collab.
Oh, yeah.
It was essentially Smash Brothers, but in a 3D field, and that's another game, Smash Brothers, and Luigi's Mansion, and Animal Crossing.
Nice. Yeah. So, like, now we're getting to the topic of betas. Like, which would you think is your most interesting? To you, which one is the most interesting?
Personally, I think the Ocarina of Time beta. Do you know much about that one?
Yes.
Alright. Personally, what I think that's most interesting about it was it was originally supposed to be a first-person game.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't even supposed to be for the N64. It was going to be for the Super Famicom CD system, but then limitations and the fact that the CD system failed was moved over to the Nintendo 64 disk drive, and then eventually moved over to a cartridge.
Yeah, the many stages.
Yeah. It's also worth noting, like, the add-on, like Zelda for the Nintendo 64 DD.
Yeah, that one's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, which now I know this is kind of a jump from what we just discussed, but which one like which game series do you think is like the worst or the most annoying?
The worst or the most annoying?
Yes.
When you mean most annoying, do you mean like difficulty or like
Like anything like difficulty or how people like keep saying, "Oh, this is good," but you think it's just like, "Oh God."
Call of Duty? I'm not gonna bash Call of Duty because it's a fairly decent game. It's not one of my favorite FPSs, but it's okay. But the
Yeah.
thing is, people talk about it so much. Like, oh, if you don't play Call of Duty, you're not a man. You're just a or whatever.
That's normally how they are. Oh God.
If you want, you can ask me about my YouTube life.
Oh yeah.
Right? So it should give you some ideas.
Yeah. Um. Now I know I'm not really much into it, but are you really at all into Pokemon?
Personally, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I just figure, okay, some of these guys out here watching the video right now, maybe they're like, "Oh, talk about Pokemon." So I'm just wanted to get that out there just to see.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Now, like, we've seen some obscure games, like some obscure, maybe like unlicensed games. Which
Yes.
one like thinks? Do you really think that's like, ooh, this one looks like really strange, but like you would like to have it?
Super Noah's Ark 3D. Oh, can I give you a little history lesson real fast?
Sure, sure.
Okay, so there was like a game company that called Wisdom Tree that made unlicensed NES, like unlicensed Christian NES games.
Uh-huh.
So like games based off the Bible. So they kept making these games, and when Nintendo released the Super Nintendo, they put a new lockout chip inside the system, so only licensed Super Nintendo games could work. So how many unlicensed Super Nintendo games were there?
Oh, God. How many?
Just one, and it found a way. By plugging an official Super Nintendo cartridge on the top of it, it'll override the lockout chip and you can play it.
Uh,
So here's the game. It's the game is called Super Noah's Ark 3D,
uh-huh.
but it uses the same source code as Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to go over like why this is, but essentially you're Noah and you're on the Ark and you're trying to put all the animals to sleep. That's it. And you
Wow.
use like a slingshot, not a gun.
What? That's kind of odd.
It is very weird. It's an unlicensed Super Nintendo game that looks not like an actual game, more like a game genie, if anything. And it happens to be a clone of Wolfenstein, and you're going around shooting animals.
Wow. And that's supposed to be a Bible game, shooting animals?
Yes, with like, I don't even know where.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Um, Now, kind of getting off the topic of games, have you ever played like a musical instrument at all?
A musical instrument.
Yes.
I've played piano. I'm okay at it, but I'm not really interested in it because I think what happened was my mom always would make excuses when I was younger, like, "Oh, get your off the damn couch," and she got me piano lessons, and I learned piano.
Hmm.
I can actually do the entire Legend of Zelda theme on the piano.
Wow.
Other than the piano, this is off topic, but other than the piano lessons, we also did summer school, which I didn't need since all my grades were B plus or higher.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so more reasons just to get me to stop playing video games.
Yeah. Hey, sup guys, we're back. Sorry we had a little bit of an internet problem.
Yep,
A little,
life sucks.
yeah. So, let's see. Now, you were saying something about your channel because when we got cut off, we were talking about your channel and everything.
Yep. My
So,
favorite story.
yep.
Alright. It all started in mid 2008 when my brother showed me a site called YouTube. And the video he showed me was a video called Boxman by Smosh. I loved it and I kept browsing the interwebs of YouTube. And then in early January 4th, 2011, I made an account called Goku2153. I made like montages and top 10s of all my favorite YouTubers. But then my channel got deleted because too many copyright claims since I used Dragon Ball Z music in the middle of it.
Oh.
Alright. And then in January 4th, exactly 2 years later of 2013, I made a new channel called SuperSayainPikmin. In this channel, I made Let's Plays, really ones with a webcam.
Yeah.
So when June came along, I decided to sit on summer, and then in August 2nd, I made a video called Let's Play Beta. And that's what I want to do. Alright?
Okay. Now, what would you say are your top 10 favorite YouTubers?
Alright. Number 10 would probably be Josh Jackson. Number 9, Shane Dawson. Number 8, PewDiePie. Number 7, Sugar Conroy. Number 6, Nintendo Capri Sun. Number 5, Tobuscus. Number 4, actually no, take that back. Number 5 would probably be a guy named The Hero. He's not famous, but he's really funny. And number 4 would be Tobuscus. Number 3 would be... Oh god. I honestly have no clue, but let me think here for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, Hard for Games, definitely.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
Number 3 would be Hard for Games.
Okay.
Number 2, Beta 64.
Yeah.
Number 1, Scene Massacre, the guy who does AVGN.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him too.
Girl. Alright. Girl, what next question?
I'm kind of lost for words right now. Now, if you were to ever get a capture card, like, what would you do? Like, making videos?
I actually do have a capture card.
Oh, that's right. I thought you didn't.
Yeah, I have something called the Hotpod HD PVR.
Oh yeah, Hotpod. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, now, like, just on your spare time, what do you normally like to do?
Watch anime and watch movies and play video games, of course.
Oh yeah, I think we all knew that. Yeah. Which game do you think has, like, on your opinion, like, which game has the best soundtrack?
Best soundtracks? I'd probably say, like, something like Earthbound.
Good choice.
Or Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah. You
I don't know, something in the RPG department, that's all I know.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with those. No. How about, I think we have time for, like, one more question.
And what would that be?
Now, what is the rarest thing in your collection.
That's an easy one. That'd probably be the Nintendo 64 disk drive that I own.
Oh, I see.
I'm missing 3 games: a golf game, Doshin the Giant 2, and SimCity. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
That's about all we have for this time, folks.
Uh-huh. Well, it's been nice talking with you. And,
Nice talking with you too, sir.
aw, thank you. And, yeah. So, okay, so, that's it. And,
I've
see you
been
next.
Super Saiyan Pikmin.
Yeah, that's been it for interviewing Super Saiyan Pikmin. And, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Hi!
Hey guys, if you want to talk to me, well, now you can. Just add me on Skype. Look up The Glitch Doctor. Yes, it's the one with my face on it. And then just add me. And then you can be in an episode. If you want to. Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, you don't have to. It's your choice. Yeah. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.